Welcome back, fanboys and fangirls, to Nerds on Topic. Today is another one of the favorite news episodes for the days of October 1st through October 7th. Welcome to Spoopy Land.
Ready? Kick it up now!
Oh, there we go. It's a brand new taste with a brand new attitude. We got another of the delicious roasts from Drift Away Coffees. It looks like today's flavor is what is it? PCH. So Peru Cham Yeah, no, I'm not going to try to pronounce that again. So it's going to be a dark chocolate with toffee and nut. And I got to say, it so far, like from my first initial sip, is super delicious and so warm and something I really need right now, guys. Oh my gosh. Oh yeah. Oh, it's nice, like very subtle earthy tones. Very very nice, bold flavors. Very robust, if you will. I love it. So good. Oh man, how have you guys been? I have been feeling like shit lately. Not gonna lie. Oh man, it's been a very annoying week at work. And then, like, on top of that, I decided to stupidly get myself wrapped up in the wonderful art events of Inktober over on my Instagram feed. So if you guys feel like following my wonderfully, I don't know, I guess they're kind of basic. I did create a new character for, or at least possibly create a new character for the Night Boy comic, though, with the whole theme for the month. And yeah, I feel kind of bad because I should have also been working on that today as opposed to just sitting down and writing all my notes that I should have been writing throughout the week. Dear Lord, I swear, like, writing notes for this thing takes forever, especially when I spend time drawing as opposed to actually writing my notes for the topics and waiting for the very last day to actually write them. Honestly, like, I've been writing these notes up till like maybe 20 minutes ago before getting everything ready to start recording, and my arms are tired. Like, seriously, my head is tired. Everything is tired. And I hope you guys are ready for this because it is a wonderful start of the week. And by start of the week, I mean start of October. I hope you guys are ready for all the scary stuff that's going to be happening this month. Like, honestly, I love October. It's when the overbearing heat of the California city I live in starts to become less overbearing and starts subtly growing into a cold that will chill me to my bone because I don't feel like running my heat during the winter. And like I said before, where my walls are made of brick, it makes it so it's 10 times colder inside and stays colder, much like how it stays hotter if it's hot. Wonderful times are ahead for me. I remember one year I could literally see my breath while I was in bed. Hopefully it doesn't get that bad this year. But, you know, you never know what's going to happen. Oh my gosh, if I get more coffee from Driftaway though, oh, I'll be perfectly fine. This is fucking amazing. Oh man. Thank you again for sending me these samples, guys. Really good. Really enjoy it. I can't wait to try the next two and last two flavors. I will be continuing to drink this one throughout this episode and next episode. So I hope you guys enjoy me talking about this nice chocolatey, toffee-y, Swedish, not Swedish, but like sweet-ish, not Swedish like meatballs or some shit, or the country, I should say. Um, Roast. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, I swear. How y'all been? Have I already said that? I don't know anymore. I lose myself now whenever I record these. I hardly even remember what I say afterwards, which is great because I can sit down and listen to myself as if I'm listening to an all-new podcast. Not that I love the sound of my own voice or something. I do. I really do. I'm sorry, guys. I'm doing this for myself. All for me. I love me. I love you guys too. Thank you every week for tuning in. Remember, guys, I really would enjoy some audience participation. Anything you guys want to throw out there, comments on, I'd be happy to try to include you guys in on everything. Eventually get some fan participation on the show, mayhaps. Who knows what will happen. I would also like to say happy birthday to my brother. The day I'm recording this is his birthday. Kyle, love you, dude. You're awesome. Can't wait to see you again. I hope you had a good birthday. I know things have been a little bit bad for you lately, but hopefully things are looking up now. Yeah. So let's get into things. Whew, man, do I really have to? Can I just sit here and talk into the microphone for myself for like an hour and then say goodbye? I really don't feel like reading right now, but, here it goes. As always with the news, I'm going to start off with the movies, head into TV. Somewhere in the middle, I'm going to do games, and then I'm going to head into anime and round everything out with comic books. And as always, let's get into les movies. It looks like Margot Robbie is a Barbie girl in a Barbie world. Life in Plastic is fantastic. You can comb her hair, and, well, I wouldn't mind undressing her anywhere. Yeah, sorry. Hopefully I don't get copyrighted by Aqua for that. But, yeah, it looks like Margot Robbie has been cast in the Barbie movie. So apparently this movie has been attempting to get made for close to a decade now, switching main actresses about 3 times. But right now it looks like it has about a 2020 release date and should begin filming next year. Hopefully they can get everything done in that time. Who knows what kind of fucking story they'd do for Barbie. But yeah, I find it interesting because they also have the Wonder Woman director, I do believe, working on this movie. So not only do we have Harley Quinn, Margot Robbie as Barbie, we have the director for the Wonder Woman movie maybe hitching a ride on this too. So it's almost like an unofficial DCEU movie. I don't know. That'd be weird. I'd rather just see a better made Jim and the Holograms. Any hoozles, speaking of DC, Batfleck might not be done. He might not be as dead as we thought he was. So it turns out Ben Affleck's been in, what's the word I'm looking for? Rehab for alcohol abuse. And that he wants to return for Matt Reeves' the Batman movie, and has started to retrain himself so he will be able to take the role back up. I'm actually really excited for this. Also, supposedly, what's his name? Henry Cavill might not be as done with being Superman as a lot of people believe. Maybe it's a lot like the whole, what's his face? Mark Ruffalo trolling everybody with the fake Avengers spoilers kind of thing, and they're actually just kind of messing with us and are going to be totally just coming back up onto the whole series. Hopefully we didn't lose our pillars of the DCEU, and it was just a little bit of a hiccup in the line of movies. So from people possibly not leaving to someone finishing up their job. The reshoots for Chris Evans in the Avengers 4 movie have finished wrapping up, and he is sad to announce that he is no longer playing Steve Rogers as of now. So he is no longer our lovely Captain America. Luckily, he's not Human Torch anymore. That he started off playing way back in Fantastic Four, before he was ever cast as our wonderful dorky big blue Boy Scout. Oh wait, that's Superman. Our big shield-toting Boy Scout Captain America. But he gave us some good movies, some okay movies, and we have some good stuff to remember him by. And he reflects upon his time playing the big super. Why do I keep saying big? The the hero Cap. Fondly. Yeah, that's where I was going with that. I remember what I was saying. So yeah, we finally get a good look at David in his Hellboy costume, with a new movie poster showing him engulfed in flame with his full-on horns going on and the stone arm at his side. Dude, this shit looks sick. I am so excited for the new Hellboy movie. People are also saying it's going to be a lot more like Vic Mignogna. Wow, why can I not remember his... To the original comic books. Magnola? Why can't I remember shit today? Man, I have this stuff written down too. I can't read my notes. Man, that's so good. Where was I? So we also have a release date coming up on April 12th. Super excited to see that. Can't wait to see how they get this dark, gritty comic even darker and even grittier and more screen accurate. So this is kind of an interesting little bit of tidbit news. Apparently that PG-13 Deadpool movie that's going to be replacing Alita Battle Angel in December is going to be a Deadpool Christmas movie? Like, maybe done a little bit, what's the word I'm looking for? Princess Bride style, where he's telling the story. Hopefully saving that one very special PG-13 F-bomb for the perfect time to make everyone laugh. Supposedly it's being called The Deadpool Before Christmas. So I hope you all are ready to sit down in front of a nice big movie screen and laugh your asses off again with Deadpool making a total fool of himself for everyone with the new movie. I'm super excited. I can't wait to go see that with all my friends because I know, like always, it's going to be about 8 of us sitting in a single row, making everyone else feel annoyed because there's so many of us just like sitting there and being huge fucking nerds. Disney has started and announced almost all of their classic movies as live-action adaptations, with some of the most recent ones having begun filming, I do believe, Aladdin and The Little Mermaid, which I think we've seen a trailer for The Little Mermaid. I'm super excited because they just announced their latest live-action movie adaptation for the wonderful Hawaiian movie Lilo and Stitch. So Lilo and Stitch has been announced for a live-action adaptation being done by the same people who actually are doing the Aladdin movie. So it probably won't be out till like 2023, maybe. I don't know. They have literally no set date for this. They've just kind of like put it on their calendar of shit they're going to get to eventually. As well as, that giant movie that, they said they were going to make, but then stopped making because someone else made it, I think. I don't know. Going on from there, we've got another Stephen King remake is currently on the rise. So, much like we have It. Oh, excuse me. Much like how we have It right now, going on to its second chapter, we've had the Halloween remakes and we have the Chucky remake. We are getting a remake of Pet Sematary by Stephen King. Super excited. They've just revealed some key visuals for it, and it looks great. I'm super fucking excited for this. I loved Pet Sematary when I was younger. We've got a creepy picture of a cat. We got a family around a dinner table, and yeah, I'm excited to see where this goes. Other than that, Robert Downey Jr.'s Voyage of Dr. Dolittle seems to have hit a little bit of a snag and has been delayed to January of 2020. So not much longer. I think it's been like 3 more months that it got pushed back or something like that. I don't remember when I last said it was going to be coming out, but hopefully they get things fixed up and it's for the better, so we'll get a better movie out of this. I'm excited also because, January is my birth month, so 2020 should be fun. So I don't know how I feel about this next little bit of movie news. This could have also fit into video games, which I probably should have done because there's very little to do with video games this week. Dance Dance Revolution is getting a movie. I don't know why. I don't know how. Actually, I know a little bit how. Apparently, it's going to be like a post-apocalyptic kind of story where the only thing people understand anymore is the magical language of dance. Yeah, so look forward to that sometime in the future. I don't know how to feel about that really. From there, we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that, TV and movie news. Chronicles of Narnia, apparently still making movies, I think. I don't really know. But Netflix did just announce that they are going to start a Chronicles of Narnia TV show. Well, TV is a very loose, kind of phrase. I mean, they have, produced TV shows before in the past, but this most likely is going to just end up being a direct-to-service streaming series, much like the Marvel... the Marvel series they've been doing with Iron Fist and Daredevil and all that whatnot. Super excited to see where this goes. And let's move on now to TV. I swear, these coffees, they get better as you drink them. Oh my gosh. One sec, I'm gonna enjoy this next one a little bit. Oh, yeah. That's good. That's good. Oh, a little bit of that French press grit right there. Ooh. Puts on your chest. All right, so let's get some Titan news out of the way. Because, I love Titans, and the premiere is this Friday. So, yeah, I hope you all... Oh, shit. Wait. Is that the 13th? Is it going to be Friday the 13th? No, it's not. That'd be stupid. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Shit. I think it's Friday the 13th. Well, I guess that kind of makes sense with that whole being around Raven. Yeah. So, Friday the 13th, Titans premiere. I'm excited. I will be giving you guys an update on that as I watch it. So, I hope you guys are ready for some weekly Titan news for a while. Jeff Johns has also confirmed that while he might not be in season 1, Deathstroke is definitely going to eventually appear in the series, most likely in season 2. I'm super fucking excited. You all know Slade Wilson, the mercenary who has taken down the entire Justice League, but he's infiltrated the Titans using the lovely Tara Romanov as a lure. I wonder if they're going to do the Judas contract. That'd be really interesting to see adapted into a live action series. Ooh, I'm excited. Can't wait for this shit. But we also get to see some wonderful stuff from a trailer they released at the New York Comic Con, like Raven releasing her soul self, Beast Boy in a cage with his face covered in blood, most likely after feeding in a transformative state. Also, Anna Diop has announced that there is going to be a more comic book accurate version of her costume in the show. So excited. Oh my gosh, we're going to lose the fur coat. That is my favorite thing to come out of this in weeks. So excited. Thank you, Anna Diop. I love you. Netflix. Oh, right. So it also seems like for now, Netflix is going to be getting Titans so they can air it outside of the United States because the DC streaming service is currently United States exclusive, though with plans to come to Canada soon. Super excited. It's going to be fun for all my friends who also don't have the DC universe yet and are going to be just watching it on Netflix. So they've also released, DCU has released a show schedule showing all of their original shows they're going to be posting and what months they are, what order they're in, that kind of stuff. Starting off with Titans, starting, of course, in a couple of days. It's going to air until mid-December, it looks like. And then with part 1 of Young Justice airing in January till about mid-February. And picking up from there, we've got Doom Patrol from February to June. Right afterwards, we got Young Justice Part 2 from June to July, it looks like, with Swamp Thing starting in the middle of that till about September. Stargirl looks like it's going to pick up right as Swamp Thing's ending and will run until December with Harley Quinn sometime in the middle of that. From October to December, it looks like. Super excited because they've also released that Harley is going to be played by Kaylee Kuiko. I think it's the chick who played... Wow, why am I suddenly forgetting her name? The blonde girl from Big Bang Theory. Wow, I really can't remember her name. Anyway, the animation for it looks pretty good. It shows her in prison with Poison Ivy, talking about how the show's going to be kick-ass and, you know, totally not dark and brooding like DC normally is, and they actually say that. They also mention Deadpool, which DC's been doing a lot lately because they did that in the Teen Titans Go to the Movies movie. And then it has Batman just kind of dropping in from the background, being played by Oswald from The Drew Carey Show. I really wish I could remember this guy's name. I know he's a pretty prominent voice actor lately, but, oh man, it was just hilarious, because they're like, oh yeah, and then this guy's here. He's kind of a party pooper. And he just kind of, like, drops in from the background and is like, yes, that's right. Fucking hilarious. Love that shit. Speaking of casting voices, they have cast the voice of Negative Man in Doom Patrol. His name is Matt Beriner, I think. I can't remember. I can't read my writing that well. All I know is it's Matt and B something. But apparently he played in American Horror Story. So yeah, I'm excited to see how he does. Hopefully he does him well, because I love Negative Man. He's one of my favorite weird superheroes. Going on from there, Star Trek Discovery Season 2 just got a premiere date of January 17th. Thank you all for releasing everything so close to my birthday. I love all the late/early birthday presents you all are giving me. I can't wait to see how everything plays out. So this season looks like it's going to be focusing a lot on the new Spock, who I forgot to write down his name, and his stepsister, with some weird alien signals going on in the background. Whew! I like Star Trek. It's fun. I know I make a lot of Star Wars references on here, but I like both pretty equally. Star Wars probably a little bit more. Daredevil Season 3, by the way, shows that it will be revealing Bullseye, who will be hired by Fisk to hunt down and kill Matt Murdock, who seems to not be completely fit to continue on as a vigilante. I wonder what's going on there. Moving on from there, Umbrella Academy has its first look, and it looks great. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Let's see, it also has a release date, and it looks to be coming out like a late Valentine presents for all the nerds out there, coming on February 15th. Super excited for that. Speaking of that, dark stuff that going on, a Sabrina, the Chilling Adventures of Sabrina trailer dropped from Netflix, guys, and it looks weirdly funny. We see her and Harvey running around in a graveyard, going up to the Spellman Manor in the very beginning of it. Very light tone, Starting off with a very, very 1950s feel. Everything feels like it's from the 1950s. And like it shows like that the entire series seems to be her trying to focus on choosing whether or not to keep her human half or become a full witch. Woo! Excited to see where this goes. Can't wait for it. It comes out on October 26th, so we won't have to wait very long to find out, guys. Interesting little tidbit. Season 2 of what was it called? Riverdale was actually supposed to have Sabrina as the main antagonist, but with the increased popularity of the series, they decided to go with a different route and had Sabrina have her own series. I'm perfectly fine with this, honestly. Hopefully, though, much like I do believe the producer, he wants to have a little bit of a crossover, so maybe they will. Who knows? Moving on from there, we have news about the Star Wars live action show, guys. I know my friends are going to be super fucking excited for this, especially Matt. The show is titled The Mandalorian, and so far I think we've only seen one scene, and it's a Mandalorian in full armor just kind of like walking towards the screen off to the side, looking at something, and it looks amazing. Pretty damn pretty. Supposedly, though, it's going to be coming out on the Disney Play service when that finally launches. Whew. And the last bit of TV news I've got going on is Amazon has ordered a series of Robert Jordan's Wheel of Time. I know my family's going to be excited for that, and from what I told them about it, they hope that it doesn't go the route of another of their favorite book series that got a really shitty adaptation as a show. I don't think it's going to be that bad. Amazon's been putting out some pretty good material, and I'm going to take a break right here, guys, so I can finish this cup of coffee and, other things like rest my voice. Be right back. Hello, intrepid adventurers, and are you bored with your everyday life? Fear not, we have a solution. Come and check out our host, Kevin, at his Instagram, at notcoffee. That's coffee with a K. Check out his art and see what's going on in the mind of our host. Who knows, you might just find a new thing that you can check out every day. Now we return back to our regularly scheduled program. All right, everybody, welcome back, and I am good. Not only that, I have finished my amazing coffee, and the sirens are done. Okay, so the real reason I actually stopped right there is because I heard a bunch of sirens coming through because I live in that kind of area, and they were getting really loud, so I decided to stop before they ruined the recording. So we last left off finishing up the TV news and are heading into the games. I say games instead of video games because there's very little I felt like talking about this week for video games. Most of it was just Fortnite shit about the floating island and other stuff about what's it called? Wow, why am I suddenly blanking? Yeah, see, I can't even remember. Not even that important. PlayStation Classic has a release date starting December 3rd, which is the 24th anniversary of the original PlayStation. So, I hope you guys are ready to dish out your money for this in case we have another NES Classic debacle where scalpers get their hands on it and like the price of it goes fucking through the roof. If you can even find one. Other than that, it seems like this is going to be the last little bit of Telltale news. Telltale has officially laid off the last of their staff. Very unexpectedly. So it looks like that is officially the end. Yeah. It's crazy. Other than that, like we've got Monster Boy Cursed Kingdom has been pushed back to December 4th. due to some unforeseen difficulties. And while reading the article, I was right. It is based off Wonder Boy. I feel special. So Overwatch is Snowball, that weird little robot that follows that one person around whose name I can't remember. Because I don't play Overwatch because I don't have anything to play it on. Um, well, it's real now, kind of. Blizzard has created a floating statue that also charges your phone and emotes. Weirdly, kind of like those BB-8 rolling around Sphero balls. It's kind of like that, but it charges your phone and it levitates. Like really, and it's a huge whopping $175 to one of those guys. Seriously, DC is selling smartwatches for cheaper than that. That is ridiculous. Though I wouldn't mind having one. It sounds pretty cool. A new game from Hasbro and Wizards of the Coast has just hit store shelves. Transformers, the TCG. There is a starter set for it for the Autobots for like $15 right now, and apparently it's getting a really good reception. It's got a very small first set, but people are enjoying it, and I actually kind of really want to check it out. I really wish I could get back into Magic the Gathering, but that is a huge ass buy-in, even with the thousands upon thousands of cards I already own. Speaking of Wizards, it is releasing a brand new D&D module called Waterdeep Dragon Heist, which is a very simple first to fifth level adventure to start people out, and then is releasing a full module campaign for level 5 to 20 called Waterdeep Dungeon of the Mad Mage, which sounds amazing. I love Dungeons & Dragons, as you all know. And this, okay, I buy this stuff even though I most likely will never actually use it. It's one of those things I just like reading through and exploring and finding out everything about it, and then storing it on my shelf to look pretty, because that stuff looks good on a shelf, honestly. Like, I love it. Also, apparently Wizards of the Coast is putting out a board game based on it, which is for 1 to 5 players. And yeah, that's all I really have on that. That sounds pretty interesting. Oh man, I love Wizard of the Coast. Going on from there, not much else going on in games. We've got some new Magic the Gathering Dungeons and Dragons news. They're adding 2 new subclasses for the Game Master's Guide to Ravnica, Order of the Spores, which I think is currently being used in a D&D podcast, ironically called Not Another D&D Podcast. Super cool, super fun. Done by the guys who do Drawfee. Fucking love that channel on YouTube. But yeah, so that's meant to represent the Golgari with their whole necromancy thing. And then there is the order domain for clerics, which is, I do believe, meant to represent the what's it called again? Asmir? No, it's not. Yeah, it's not Boros. Asmir, I want to say. Man, why these gotta be such weird names? Anyways, that's really all I have set up for games. Took me hours even to get that kind of stuff going down. I just could not find anything I actually felt interesting. So going on to anime. This month, Jump is starting a series of 4. Sorry, no. Scratch that. That's notes for a later part. Blah blah blah. Okay, so Shonen Jump is doing a special edition of the magazine this month. So it's the second of 4 different editions they're going to be doing. The first one was about Fist of the North Star. This one is about Yu Yu Hakusho, and it's going to have the last chapter ever shown in Shonen Jump, as well as the top 10 fan-chosen chapters of the series. This is to represent the, I do believe, 50th anniversary of Shonen Jump as a magazine, and also the kind of the 25th anniversary of Yu Yu Hakusho as a series, which is also why they're doing the whole, anime thing. But yeah, I'm super excited for that. I love Yu Yu Hakusho, as you all know. And moving on from there, Shonen Jump is starting a mini series, or I should say a series of mini series, about famous manga creators when they were rookies. And that's going to actually be starting on the 15th, being done by a bunch of different people, I do believe. I'm excited for that. It looks pretty interesting. I really like looking into that kind of thing, and it looks like they're going to make it very over-dramatic, over-exaggerating style, much like how they might do a battle manga and stuff like that. Going on from there, they're also publishing a special Ruby, RWBY, prequel manga. For those who don't know, Ruby is a web series created by Rooster Teeth, which is extremely popular. It's got, I do believe, 4 seasons under its belt now, and a couple of comics, and dude, it's so cool. But apparently the prequel is going to start, of course, it's going to feature the 4 girls of Ruby before they ever actually met up. Going on from there, Megalobox, one of my favorite anime of this last year so far, is getting an English dub and is going to be premiering on Toonami starting December 8th. So keep an eye open for that. It's got one of those very classic anime feels about like the late 80s, early 90s grit with very hard determination. For a brief synopsis, it is a single boxer in a world of boxers who all box using metal arms, not metal, but like robotic arms, and the one guy who does not use the robotics arms named Gearless Joe. Super excited. Can't wait to see what it sounds like in English. Looks like a bunch of the anime I really enjoyed from this last year are going to be in English. Super happy about that. Might have to rewatch all of them. Some more anime news. We've got Go Hands, I do believe that's what it is. An animation studio is doing an original anime called WZ or Wiz, I do believe. It's like W''Z. And the website has been streaming a trailer for the show, which looks really friggin' interesting. And it follows what seems like a young EDM artist wearing a domino mask, and apparently there's fighting going on. I don't know. It looks really cool. It's very pretty, and I can't wait to actually see what it's about. So, Gundam anime, everybody. Well, at least the English dub of a Gundam anime. Gundam Build Diver. I have not heard a single thing about this. The only Gundam anime I've actually heard about recently has been Unicorn. I might look into this a little bit more later, but, while I was doing this, I didn't really feel like it. Going on from there, kind of anime news, but not really. The last season of one of my favorite original Netflix series, Voltron, is going to be premiering December 14th. So, this is done by DreamWorks, I do believe, and it is phenomenal. It goes into some very interesting topics that you wouldn't expect a cartoon from America to cover, but yeah, super interesting, like gender identity and sexuality and, just general giant fighting robot kind of shit going on. Pretty cool. And that was the last of the anime news I had, and we go into my last segment of the day. So yeah, this is gonna be a significantly shorter episode than normal because news is actually a little bit scarce this week for me, or at least from what I found to be interesting. And as always, to start off the comics section, I will be reading off the top comics of the week, like 5 or 6 of every major publisher. So DC and Marvel and Image, and then, lumped in with Image is other comic series. So, starting off with DC, because alphabetical order and because DC's the best, we've got Batman number 56. We've got Nightwing number 50, which is the start of that Nightwing arc I was telling you all about before, where he loses his memory of being Nightwing, or being Dick, not being Dick, being Robin in general. Then we got Justice League number 9, we got Green Arrow number 45, and Green Lanterns 56. I always feel like those guys are always together. Maybe it's because it's one of the first crossovers that ever happened with Green Arrow, Green Lantern, way back in the day. So moving on from DC to Marvel, we've got Star Wars number 55, Champions number 25, we got Tony Stark, Iron Man number 4, Cosmic Ghost Rider, which I really need to read, number 4, and Deadpool number 5. We've got, under the Image title and others, Walking Dead number 184, Paper Girls number 25, The Magic Order number 4, Spawn number 290, and Giant Days number 43. Whew! Yeah, that's a lot to unpack there, isn't it, guys? Yeah, so Bendis is really taking over DC right now. Oh my gosh. So not only is he working on his own Man of Steel series, which also has a tie-in with Doomsday Clock and Legion of Doom, Legion of Superheroes, he's also getting his own imprint for DC, which is also going to intermingle with the whole DC continuity itself, called Wonder Comics. And honestly, this is probably going to be like my favorite imprint of DC, other than Young Animal, because we've got a lot of the younger superheroes, which tend to be my favorites, probably because that's what got me into comic books in the first place. While it doesn't seem like Teen Titans specifically is going to be under their belt, Young Justice is going to be, as well as Dial H, another one of my favorite weird DC things. Connor Kent Superboy's back, my favorite of the Superboys. The Wonder Twins. Oh, I fucking love the Wonder Twins. They're so weird. Impulse is back, as we know from reading, what's it called? Flash War. And they're introducing a new character named Naomi. The only thing I really saw about her was that she's an African-American character. I really couldn't find too much else without diving too much deeper, but I also didn't want to spoil anything for myself. We're also getting a new Freedom Fighters comic, but I don't think that's under the Wonder Comics imprint. Sorry. For those who don't know, Freedom Fighters is usually a team of like very American patriotic-based superheroes, such as Uncle Sam. This time it is going to be taking place on Earth X, where the World War went a little bit differently and Nazis won. And this time we're going to be going against someone who's never been heard of before, Hitler's grandson. So that should be pretty dang interesting. Primal Age. I've been hearing so much about Primal Age lately, and I really wish it had happened. But simultaneously I don't, because if it had happened, we might never have gotten the wonderful Teen Titans run by, who was it, George Perez and Marv Wolfman? So hidden in the files of 80s DC Comics, a series of He-Man-esque muscle-bound superheroes was resurfaced and is now being manufactured with the help of DC and Funko Pop. So, like, it's a fantasy-based superhero line of toys, and it's not going to be the traditional Funko Pop with the huge heads. It's going to be more of like an action figure with little accessories and stuff. It looks pretty cool. It's even going to have like its own castle, and it looks really fun. If I can get my hands on these, I'm totally going to get my hands on these. Like, there's a Green Lantern who has an axe construct as a weapon. what's more fun than that? Like, there's even its own version of Battle Cats and stuff like that. It's got villains and shit. Oh man, it's gonna be fun. And talking about muscles and oversized men, Marvel has started, or is going to be starting up, I should say, in February, a brand new Sword of Conan miniseries. I do believe it's a miniseries. It might be a maxi series. Super excited for that. As you all know, I love me some Ronnie, yeah, Robert E. Howard shit. Wow, why am I forgetting names today, guys? I need to go to bed. It is really late, actually. So yeah, we got some more Conan stuff coming in, and then in January, Marvel is also going to be bringing a new version of the Champions, with a whole new team. I didn't see what characters are listed on the team, but it is promised to be basically a reboot of the Champions, which I enjoy the Champions, like the new iteration of the Champions, but like it's kind of sad that they're gonna be like rebooting things. I don't know. We'll see what happens. And the last little bit of news I have for you all is it could also be listed under movie news, but it's completely comic books. Dark Horse just announced that they are doing a third story for Fight Club. So Fight Club 3, with the tagline, "The First Rule of Fatherhood." That's going to be starting January 30th. And that's all I really have. Oh, man. So, yeah. There's a lot of shit going on in comic books right now. That's really interesting. I've been really enjoying going through and reliving childhood and childhood I never had with DC Universe, watching some old shows, rewatching some old shows. Then also Netflix is a bunch of stuff I've been watching lately, like Big Mouth Season 2 just dropped, and I just binged the entire thing in a single sitting without thinking about it while doing stuff. On top of that, I just watched all of Hilda, that other original animated series from Netflix, which was surprisingly good, like a very Gravity Falls, but like just as original as Gravity Falls would have been, kind of feel to it. Goes into some mythology that I had never even heard of. So, really excited. I really enjoyed binging that. Have I been watching anything else? I don't know. I'm really getting ready for Titans, as you all know. I'm going to be watching that every week. I just started watching, Creepy Place or some shit? I don't know. It's got an interesting name. It's like a young adult horror series on Netflix. Okay, I'm done talking. Let's do some plugs, guys. You can follow me, as always, on all social medias as Not Coffee. That's coffee with a K. So you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter. You can follow the podcast the same way on Instagram and Twitter at at Nerds on Topic. Why do I keep stumbling over that? I stumble the exact same way over that every time. I really need to slow down a little bit. If you enjoy our intro music, you can follow the amazing DJ Swa on all social medias at Swa Music. And yeah, thank you once again, Driftaway, for sending me some of those free samples. Really enjoying that stuff. I actually made a little bit of espresso with that last one I tried, and it was really good. And just some black coffee with making myself a little bit of a black eye. Oh man. Sorry. I need to go to sleep. Anything else I need to talk about? If you guys love the show, please suggest it to a nerdy friend of yours who might not be bothered to research random news topics for the week. Hand it off to people who just have an interest in random nerd stuff. If you want to comment on anything or talk to me, shoot a email over to nerdsontopic@gmail.com. If you feel like sponsoring me, you can hit me up in the same place. I'm here for you all. If you guys want to give me stuff, give me money for shout outs and spreading of the word of whatever it is you guys do, I am here for you. I'm working on getting some more stickers right now. I'm gonna work on some more designs. I'm working on business cards and stuff like that, as well as, of course, the Inktober stuff. Um, yeah, that's it, guys. I love you all. Thank you, and remember, this is Nerds on Topic, and we are not the podcast you're looking for. Bye bye.